Hi, my name is Rebecca Teleski, and I am part of CHIA's Social Media Committee. Today, I'm going to walk you through the basics of Twitter. If anybody's not familiar, that's the symbol for it. I'm going to show you how to create a profile if you don't have one yet, and then show you the basics of how to use it, such as how to send DM, how to @ or mention somebody, and how to find CHIA on Twitter itself. I really hope you're going to find this information helpful. So, here we go! So, when you go to twitter.com, as you can see here, you'll get a couple options. You can either sign up or log in. If you don't have an account, go to sign up. And here it will ask you a few things. Your name, email or phone number, password, and then you can keep this checked if you want to get suggestions based on your search history, or you can uncheck it and then click sign up. And that is how you create a new Twitter account. If you already have an account, you can just hit login and type in your information. So you would type in your Twitter handle there. And your password. And it'll take you to your home page. So on your home page, there's a couple things going on. You'll see over here, it's a little section with all of your information. So your profile picture, your background picture, your name, and your Twitter handle. In this case, this is the CHIA one, and the handle for it is California HIA. It'll show you a summary of how many tweets you have, how many you are following, and how many followers that you have. Also, you'll see trends. You can look at these if you're interested. It's basically saying what's trending on Twitter at the moment, and these change constantly. And you can see how many tweets are about it. And if you click on it, it will actually bring you to the tweets themselves, and you can read through them. So, going back to the home page. So that's what's on the left side. You'll see this menu on top. Home. Moments, which is basically what's going on in the world today, news, if you will. So if you click Moments, brings you to this, and there's just different news articles, basically what's trending in the news for the day. So you can read them, you can click on them, you can see how people are interacting with them. And it's all Twitter based. Then we have notifications. So if you click here, you can see two things, all and mentions. All lists the things that you are mentioned in or tagged in or anything like that. If you hit mentions directly, it'll be things you are actually tagged in directly. For example, right here at California HIA, that means you're tagged in it, you were tweeted at. So that's where it will show up in your mentions. Also, we have messages, which are direct messages, and you can see those here. For direct messages on Twitter, they can be a little confusing because you cannot send everybody messages. You can only send people messages that follow you. So if you're following somebody and they don't follow you back, you cannot message them. If you find a random account and you're not following it, nor do they follow you, you cannot message it. However, if somebody is following you, you can message them, and that is what a direct message is. If you want to tweet at somebody directly, for example, Sharon, I went to her page, and you can see here it says follows you because she follows the CHIA webpage. Now, if you go to her page, you can tweet to her, which if you click, her name will pop up, and automatically, if you type something in, it will link to her account. Or you can message her, the direct message I was showing you earlier. Also, if you just want to tweet on your own without tagging anybody, you can just hit tweet and type whatever you want here and then tweet it when you're done. However, Twitter is very, very specific. You're only allowed to have 140 characters. So if you go over that, your tweet will not post. You can also do a few things in your tweet. You can add emojis. You can add your location. You can add a poll, which is where you would actually type in questions and have people answer. You can add a GIF or GIF, whatever you call them. For example, we'll pick awe and see what comes up. All right, let's pick SpongeBob. And that would actually be in your tweet then. Whatever you tweeted, that would populate with it. You could also add a photo or a video from your phone or your computer or wherever you're tweeting from. And then once you tweet, it will show up on your main page. So, for example, CHIA will be right here, whatever you tweet, and you can see it. Another thing with Twitter is hashtags, which are right here. Hashtags can be whatever you want them to be, but when you click on them, they all bring you to one place. So it's really good to use hashtags that you would think would get your tweet more seen. HIM obviously is going to be him as well, so we won't get stuff as direct as we want there. But you get the idea. So hashtags are really great during events, such as a convention, because you can hashtag it CHIACon 17 and everything related to that will start showing up here. Go back to the CHIA page, CHIA page. And then here on the page, we can cover some things. Here's a little bio about yourself that you can write, your location. You can add a website, and it will always say when you joined. Also, any photos that you do tweet will show up here. On this section here, you can click media, and that would show only the tweets that you had that had pictures. Tweets and replies basically shows every type of tweet you can do. A reply is when somebody tweets at you and you just hit this and reply directly back to them. You still tweet it, but it doesn't show in this category. It only shows in the tweets and replies. Tweets alone will show up here. Also, we have these buttons down here. This one is to see your activity. So if you click on it, you can see how many people interacted with the tweet since you posted it. There's also the like, which you can like others' tweets, or retweet, which you can retweet others' tweets. And when you hit retweet, it usually gives you the option to add something. So you can either add a comment or you can just retweet it as is. Retweets are really great when you want to spread information quickly. And like I said, there's also the reply, which you can hit, and it will have replying to the tweet, and it will go right there, and it will post on your page when you are done. All the things you like will show up here, so you can always go back and look at things that you have liked. You can also look at your followers at any time, and you can choose to follow them if you want, and you can also see who you're following. And if you would like to edit your profile, you can always go to right here. Oh yeah, there's a little, tweet activity, gives you an idea of impressions, how many people interacted with your tweets. So here, if you edit your profile, this is where you can change your photo or change your background photo. You can change your name. You can't change your Twitter handle, but you can change your name, how it displays, and you can change your bio and all the, where you're from, your website, add your birthday, and you can choose a theme color. And that's how all of your tweets will populate. If you want to change your photo, you can just click it and upload a photo or remove the current photo. Anything like that. And see, here's a retweet where CHIA retweeted Sharon's post. That's what it looks like when you retweet something. Also, you'll see suggestions on the side of who to follow. And this is usually just people that are related to your current followers or people you are following. And if you view all, it's really easy to go through them and you could just hit follow and see them all. The last thing I really want to mention on this video is your timeline here. It's on your main home page and it'll always show you when you have new tweets. Basically, all that populates here is people that you are following, what they're tweeting. Also, sometimes there's promoted stuff on here, or if somebody is to retweet something like this, it'll show up here as well. So if you want to see what's going on, you can just scroll through to see what your followers are tweeting. Also, you can easily tweet from right here. You don't have to hit that by what's happening. You can just hit it and go to town, tweet. Lastly, a DM, what I said, is a message, a direct message. That is what a DM is. And that is basically everything you need to know. You can go to your profile also this way if you click on your picture. And it will, this is where you can find, you know, your settings, the analytics of who interacts, and your list. You can make lists if you want. Not a lot of people utilize this anymore, but you can put certain accounts on a list if you'd like, such as coworkers or stuff like that. You could also go to your moments, which we don't have any, but you can see what they're about and they'll show up there. Yeah, that is basically it. And just to tweet at somebody, all you have to do is at their Twitter handle, and that is how you tweet. So if you wanted to tweet at somebody, you could just write at California and write it, and it would go link to their account. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that the information was helpful and you learned a few things today. If you have any questions, you can write them below, and we'll do our best as a committee to answer them for you. So get out there and start tweeting!